welcome to our channel. Today we are going to start with biochemistry. In biochemistry, let's start with the introduction of biomolecules. Biomolecules are the organic molecules that are synthesized by the simpler monomeric unit that are produced by a living organism. In nature, we have more than 25 naturally occurring chemical elements that are found in biomolecules. But these biomolecules consist primarily of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. In biomolecules, both small and large molecules are included. Here I have listed some major biomolecules like proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, vitamins, and nucleic acid. Let's start with first biomolecule, amino acids. In this slide, I have listed some facts on amino acid. Basically, amino acids are complex organic nitrogenous substances which are found in the cells of living cells. All the 20 of common amino acids are alpha amino acids and consist of a central carbon atom called alpha carbon. These amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. All the amino acid and the structure of an amino acid is composed of an amino group, a carboxyl group, a hydrogen atom, and a distinctive side chain. Amino acids also play function such as structural element as a catalyst, as a transporter. They can also store other molecules such as oxygen. They also provide mechanical support and immune protection. They generate movement, they transmit nerve impulses, and they also control growth and differentiation. So here is the general structure of amino acids. All the amino acids have same basic structure which contain amino, hydrogen, carboxyl with a variant R group except proline. Proline has different structure among the standard amino acid. Basically, protein does not have both free alpha amino and alpha carboxyl group, so its side chain form a cycle structure which is different from other amino acid structure. For better understanding, we need to classify the amino acids. In this slide, I have classified the amino acid into 5 types on the basis of the polarity and charges of their R group at pH 7. First class we have non-polar aliphatic, then we have aromatic followed by polar and uncharged, positively charged, basic, and last we have negatively charged amino acid. Here is the structural classification of amino acid. In this slide, we have classified amino acid with their names. You can easily see all the amino acid with their name. These are all about standard amino acid, but in nature we have some non-standard amino acids. These amino acids are not ribosomically incorporated into protein. Here we have 4-hydroxyproline, 5-hydroxylysine, desmosine, N-acetylserine, and formylmethionine. Last we have gamma carboxyglutamate. So these are all basic facts of amino acids. Let's see their advanced property. Basically, amino acids have characteristic of titration curve. So titration is a process to determine the amount of an acid in a given solution and also see the effect of pH on their amino acid structure. In titration, a measured volume of the acid is titrated with a solution of a strong base. Generally, we use sodium hydroxide with a non-concentration. We draw a plot of a pH against the amount of NaOH which reveal the pK value of the weak acid. For better understanding, let's take an example, alanine. It has 2 titrable groups. Alanine loses 2 protons stepwise in an overall reaction. When increased pH, it results in the deprotonation of alpha carboxyl group. There is a point where alanine has no charge and electrically neutral called isoelectric point. With the help of graph, we easily find the pI value of any acid. Here is the graph of alanine. The graph is plot between pH and the NaOH concentration. Here you can see the pK1 and pK2 value of alanine. With the pK's values, you can find the pI value of alanine. For calculation of pI, you need to calculate pK1 plus pK2 divided by 2. You will get the pI value of any amino acid. Here we have 6.0 value of alanine.
So if you really like this video, please click on the like button, subscribe and share. Follow us on Instagram, and if you have any queries or suggestions, please write to us on the given email address. We are always welcome for all the suggestions, questions. Hope to see you soon again. Thank you.